everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of Unfinished Business. In case you're wondering why my setup looks different, it's because I've moved to Chicago. Those are some wallpaper options I'm considering.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did. I'm back. Oh my gosh, I made it. If you're wondering why Leticia's setup is different, we didn't buy her a window. She is in a hotel room. She's been kicked out of the country. It's like a really sad story. Anyway, find out more about that in her interview when it happens in bonus action.
But actually, I'm at Origins. So if anyone watching this was there, shame on you for not saying hi. So.
If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to Perrin, a planet created by this shape-shifting deity, Perrin the Laughter. Yes, they named the planet after themselves because why?
No, we're not doing that. Dyer, that is a hard pass.
Ooh, I absolutely hated everything about that.
Dyer should not.
I won't do it again. I promise.
That's a big no. That's a big no. That's a big no. All right, let's recap. Here's a recap.
It's time for a 90s makeover montage and lots of bonding. So, the last time we hung out, Ammolite had just finished her memory trial and was sadly sitting on the floor of the Department of Memory's lobby, listening to a recording of her voice taunting the slavers who had killed her parents. Well, the memory trial version of the slavers. Eventually, the rest of the party was able to convince her to put the recording away for the sake of her mental health, and after planting the seeds of the importance of workers' rights in Roscoe Dirt's mind, our agents of change decided to grab some food at the restaurant Please Eat Here. After scarfing down their just okay meal and possibly witnessing a murder, the party made their way to the finery to get Laiika a dress for her opera date. But upon meeting the gorgeous tabaxi owner Penelope, Ammolite immediately left the shop. Rhea followed, and she and the bard shared a moment of bonding as Ammolite admitted that the dwindling number of tabaxis back on Perrin made the presence of them here in Afterworld frustrating, and Rhea in return shared that she understood feeling alone as her entire family was also dead. But not once to dwell on emotion too long, they re-entered the shop so Ammolite could help Laiika pick out her outfit. In the meantime, Laiika and Dr. Rumbletak had had their own bonding moment as the old gnome gave our young human a pep talk on the importance of letting people do nice things for her. So with Ammolite's return, the montage kicked into full swing, with fabric flying everywhere, the two tabaxis arguing over colors, and silhouettes being discussed. While this was happening, Dr. Rumbletak asked Rhea some more questions about how she died, brutally killed by two redcaps, how her magic works, secrets, and they shared a moment reflecting on how young their two companions were, such babies. Finally, though, an agreement was reached on the pattern for Laiika's dress, and our last moment of bonding happened between Ammolite and Penelope, when our bard asked the seamstress if she could watch the creation of Laiika's gown. Penelope agreed, even letting Ammolite help out with a few embroidery touches as they sat together in companionable silence. Once the dress was complete, our group made their way back to the Broken Tavern Inn and helped Laiika do her hair and makeup and get ready for her date with Lenice. And now, you're all caught up?
You guys are back at the Broken Tavern. Laiika, you've got your dress. It's been delivered. You're getting ready. I think all the girls helped you get ready, and then Dr. Rumbletak was going to be like, I'll be downstairs, and they were like, no, help
they
us
roped
all
me in.
get
It was
ready.
great.
Wait, sorry, Dr. Rumbletak, can you be teaching Laiika like proper opera behavior? Because I assume you're the only one who's been to an opera of the group. We talked about that. So can you be like, oh, these are your opera glasses and all that?
Oh, sure. Can I try to manifest a pair of opera glasses for Laiika? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. This will be, let's call her difficulty because it's telescopes and everything.
Sure.
You know about telescopes and stuff. Let's call it 12. Let's call it a 12 for you.
More than 12. Yay!
Yay! So you get a nice little thing of opera glasses. They look however you want them to look. So
they're like made of copper, and so they're like kind of shiny, and they're like pretty small. You can tell that like he like based them off of his own was like, oh, this has to be a little bigger, and like made it just slightly bigger. He says, depending on where you are in the house, you may or may not be able to see the stage and what is happening. And performers are quite expressive, and so it is useful to have a pair of these to be able to see them more clearly.
Oh, I gotta tell you right now, Ammolite is interested.
These are amazing, Doctor. I can see like the detailing on the wood.
Yeah, so put down in your stuff that you've got opera
These are going to be so
glasses now.
useful.
And then
That wasn't sarcasm.
And then
Probably.
you can also use them
No.
just in general to see things better. For instance, if you're on the state and you are not having a good time and you would like to leave, or something happens because this is a very unpredictable and strange place and you want to go, you can look for exit signs and be able to see them a little bit more clearly. So you can also use this for safety. Not that you'll need it. You'll be totally fine. Of course, you can handle yourself in any circumstance, but just in case...
We'll be right outside, so
Oh.
This is so exciting, Doctor. I can't thank you enough. I'm going to be able to see so well. I'm going to see everything that those actors do.
Yes, I'm very excited for you. Careful not to hold them too close. That might damage your blood. Okay.
Yeah.
You hear a small knock at your door.
Come in.
And it is the little fire genasi boy who's come and run like errands to you a couple of times before. He goes, your lady friend's here to see ya.
All right.
What, are you ready, Laiika?
The
You
Baron.
Am I ready? I don't know. Does this?
You look fine. Do you want us to walk with you to the opera? Should we just like follow you?
Well, why don't you come with? I mean, at least you can.
Laiika, shh. Rhea, Laiika looks more than fine. Can you please
tell? No, she does. I just meant.
Tell her she looks more than fine.
You look beautiful.
Ah! Okay. Out of character.
Stop metagaming, Megan.
Oh my
God, Ammolite would say that.
Oh, I'm blushing. Heads up. I'll do a little swirl in the dress and say, and like an awkward curtsy that I was just taught, and be like, "Thank you very much."
Yeah.
But why don't you walk with me? We can at least see the upper house and everything, and you can meet the Baron.
Yes. By the way.
Well, I did meet her, but
I met everyone else.
Good.
By the way, thank you. I'm so sorry. I've forgotten your name. Young sir.
Laiika.
That was good, Megan.
I meant the small person at the door.
My name's Char.
Oh boy.
Char. Okay.
I'm gonna like discreetly try to manifest a copper piece.
Hand. Okay, yeah.
Thank you. We'll be right down.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make it.
Can it be like a really bright, new, shiny,
Mm-hmm.
or like it's one from this doesn't matter at all. It's one from like what the coins look like in her town growing up.
Perfect. Yes. Mm-hmm. And he takes it and he looks at it
It's
and
real.
he rubs his thumb.
As real as anything in this world is.
I'll tell her that you're coming down soon. You're coming down soon.
We'll be there soon, scat.
And he runs out and runs down.
So, if I'm remembering correctly, we wanted to get some information from this venture. What do we want to know about this Baron exactly?
Oh, I thought she was just going to the opera to have fun.
Well, the Baron also runs the trains, so have we discussed going to the Wastes in character?
Yes.
Okay.
But she already clearly likes you, so I don't really know if we need to like sweet talk her.
Well, it's not that.
I have an out of game question for a second. Do trains exist on Param?
On the planet?
Yeah.
Fuck, do we know what a trade is?
No.
That's a good
The only
blow
person,
past
the
that.
only person who would really know what a train is Dr. Rumbletak.
Are they like the newest thing? Like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. There's
Alright,
there's
I'm
none
gonna-
there's none on Small Pickeppin because it's too tiny for
Right.
trains.
But
I'm gonna say
but
Rhea's just
you know that they're
Oh my god,
unfade.
so for that entire conversation we had with her where she was like, yeah, I run the train, we were just sitting there both being like, yeah, I know what that is, whatever.
I think Rhea, it just thinks like that's what this world calls like
Like a caravan.
Yeah, like a caravan.
Or something.
Yeah, like
Okay,
a train
yeah,
of things. You've heard of like,
Yeah.
things can be in a train or like
yeah,
in
like a wagon train.
Yeah, wagon
Yeah,
train.
yeah. She just assumes that she's in charge of like a train.
But locomotives, you've never seen.
Yeah,
Okay.
has no
Absolutely
clue that
no
it's
idea.
mechanical.
Would
Yeah.
I
Laiika is gonna
know-
also have thought that.
would I know what it actually is, or would I know that there's a possibility of that? Like, would I be like, oh, this is definitely a mechanical train, or
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Great. So, Miss Laiika, I think it would be useful for us as a group to know exactly where the train picks up and how it is powered and where it goes to, and perhaps you could get some more information about all of that and what would be involved in getting a ticket, because eventually we will need to go to. Why are you all looking at me like that?
That's why I'm saying if you come with me, then she can tell us all about how the carriages work.
Well,
Shouldn't be hard.
You did not invite us all to the opera. We're not going to the opera.
I'm just saying you walk to the opera with me, and then you go walk about and do
Sure.
whatever you're going to do after that.
You're sure you want us to accompany you on your date?
I need you all to make perception checks.
Oh no. Oh no.
What'd you get, Laiika?
I have to make one?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I don't have my dice.
Ammolite, what did you get?
I rolled 1.
Ooh, Emily's having a
Dr.
rough
Rumbletak,
day.
what did you get?
I got a 4.
Rhea.
14.
Okay.
Can I roll for Pid?
I rolled a 9. So.
It's
Can you roll for Pid? You can roll for Pid.
Okay,
sure.
I'm gonna roll for
Okay,
Pid.
guys, I got an 11.
No. I think
Nope.
it's I don't have her thing.
What
up,
did my
but I think it's
14
like a
eyes
7.
see? Oh, what did my elf eyes see? I can say
Pid is like rolling around in Laika's discarded armor
Uh-huh.
because she can see herself in it. And so
And
she's
it's so cute.
being cute in the armor.
Amazing.
Ammolite has never felt more akin to a creature in her entire life.
Amazing. How much
um,
intelligence does Pit have again?
Pid's pretty smart, I think. I don't know. Sometimes I worry I play her a little bit too smart, but that's fine. Okay, so Rhea,
Chaos prerogative.
as everyone's talking and arguing about, things that Laiika the information she should get on this date, you hear footsteps coming down the hallway and a gentle swish. And into the room, because the door was left open. Char did not close the door. Into the room.
Oh, I figured I was standing in the doorway.
Oh, you're in the doorway? Then you just hear a,
I draw a dagger.
excuse me, but is Miss Laiika
Laiika
ready
ready?
yet?
I sort of like reach back and grab her and like pull her forward.
And you see out in the hallway is Lenice Netakoven, and she is, to remind you, an Eladrin elf. And so she is in a springtime now. She's very lovely. She's in this beautiful layered gown of dark purples and light purples with embroidered flowers all over it. She's got flowers round through her hair, with a diadem resting on her brow. At her sides, the fabric is tulle. It's layers and layers of purple tulle in different shades of purple. She's got slippers on her feet, ornate decorative rapiers at her waist, and her skin is shimmering like it's spring lit. It's got that golden glow. She looks gorgeous.
Wow.
And she just goes, "Are you ready? We will be late for our dinner reservation."
Yes, I'm so sorry. We got caught up chatting. This is my these are my friends.
Yes, Miss Rhea, we met before.
Yes, we met Miss Rhea, and this is Miss Ammolite, and here's Mr. Dr. Rumpeltack.
Hello.
And this is Kid?
Ammolite puts her dagger away and kind of.
Oh, that's what you had out. I was like sitting there being like, what is Megan doing?
You're a wizard, Laiika. No, I drew my dagger, but I think my internet's bad and nobody heard me. But I heard me.
Okay. Well, Anise takes her skirts and does a sweeping curtsy to all of you. Very graceful.
I try to do one back.
Lovely. It is so nice to meet friends of Laiika and Rhea.
Oh, yes. Nice to meet you as well. I hear you run the trains.
Oh, yes, I am one of the 3 train barons. It is a pleasure. And she holds out her hand to you so that you could kiss it.
Oh boy. He is going to. He's going to shake her hand because he does not understand things. And so he's going to be like, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Yes, I actually am a bit of an inventor myself. I would love to learn a little bit about how the trains work. I'm sure we'll see you soon. We'll be headed to Recordstown before too long. But
yes, you will have to take my train to get to Recordstown.
Yes, I would love to learn more about how it's powered and...
Excellent. Train is the only way to travel, I always say. None of this nightmare business. Pff, ridiculous.
I kind of like make confused eye contact with Ammolite, kind of like, do you know what?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we're missing something.
Like, has the doctor not heard of a wheel before? This is...
Yeah. Does he mean, like, is it donkeys or horses? Like,
so I actually grew up on working with, dog trains of sledge trains. So...
yes. And she grabs your arm in hers.
Right, we're going. Sorry.
And she turns you down the hallway. No, please tell me more about the trains of dogs.
Bye. Have a good evening, or whatever time of day it is.
Don't come back too
It's
late.
evening.
Be safe.
come back whenever you want.
Can I make an insight check to see if Lynette is gonna do right by our girl?
Lenice Netikoven?
Aww.
Yeah,
Lenice.
you can.
I did one on her at the bar, right? And got interest, right?
Doesn't matter. I
You
got a
did.
natural 1.
That's okay, so did I. So
Oh.
I guess those 2 even out.
So it's a total of a 3, I guess. I don't know if that matters.
I got a 10.
Let me bring up Lenice's character sheet.
Oh, and while we're doing this, I'm going to migrate closer to my router because I want to participate.
Yes, Ammolite, did you roll an insight check?
I forgot my dice.
Go get
Ooh, I got a 13.
All right. So Rhea and Ammolite, you guys get the sense that Lenice is excited about the date and more like intrigued with Laiika than anything else. She's got no ill will or ill intent, as far as you can tell.
Once they're
Rumble Tack, this is sort of the strangest date I think that you've seen someone be on, but I mean, Lenice seems pretty cool. She seemed very excited to tell you more about the trains. So
Cool.
once they're out of earshot, I say, so are we just gonna wait here? Are we gonna like follow them in case something happens?
And Ammolite kind of like peeks out the door.
you guys are down the stairs. Lenice is saying to you, Laiika, she goes, you are going to love this restaurant. It is my favorite restaurant in all of Main City. It is called the Belichich. It is run by a good friend of mine named the Belichich, and I cannot wait to introduce you to him.
No.
What?
Sorry, Sirens reference.
No.
It's gonna be fine. He's only.
Wait, it's fine.
He
Like I
is-
never met him. It's fine.
He is
Okay,
so
great. Like I never met. None of us met him.
That's true. That's right.
We all
Okay,
did.
cool. So I just pretend none of us had
does
reactions at all.
None of you met him.
What does our window in
Nope,
our room
we do not.
overlook? Is it the front of the hotel or the back?
The back.
Is it...
Well, it's more like the
There's a
side.
street view, though.
It's like there's a little sort of alleyways. No, you can't
For
see the
those
street.
of us following along at home, what is the name of this place you're going to again?
The Bellachich, Bellachich.
Great. Thank you.
Well, we actually went to a restaurant earlier today. We went to Please Eat Here.
Oh,
And it was good, but
mhm.
oh, why do you not like Please Eat Here? Do you know the owners? They were interesting folk.
They are brothers. They are interesting folk. Yes, they are interesting folk.
I
Indeed,
think one
they
of them
are.
killed the other while we were there. It was this whole thing. It was really weird.
Probably.
Do people just do that here when you get angry at someone? You just kill them because you know that they'll just like come right back?
Well, if you. And she pats your hand and leads you out of the inn and into a beautiful carriage. Like, this is the most luxurious thing you've ever seen in your life. She hands you into the carriage and then gets her skirts collected, and a footman hands her in after you. And she sits next to you. She doesn't sit across from you, and she sort of spreads herself out, like her skirts out. She spreads her skirts out. She spreads her skirts out.
Jeez.
Her dress.
So I said Freudian slip.
Listen. So then,
My bag could take a few notes from her.
she goes, well, if you are very angry with someone and you want them to leave you alone for a time, you could just kill them to get them out of your hair. It is much easier than trying to walk away sometimes.
If someone dies again, does that mean they have to? So they go back and then they have to do the whole like memory trial thing again?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, that would be brutal.
You just wind up back at the welcome center.
Oh, so it's just like sending someone to a timeout that's like
Yes.
really angry, like a timeout with a lot of malice.
Sure. They might be angry, I don't know.
I don't know if I feel like that's better for interpersonal relationships or worse.
Well, it is helpful to keep staff around for places. For some people.
Sorry, I think I missed something there. What?
Oh, well, because, the economy here is so. If you can think it, you can have it. But not everybody can think it. Poor Belly, he cannot think anything. I think something bad happened to him before he died. But when you cannot manifest anything like Belly.
Laiika, you should put your phone on silent. Wait, I'm sorry. While I have a moment here, are there
What?
any windows upstairs where Ammolite can see anything? I feel like I am frantically running down halls into I just want to be.
Just go downstairs and follow
Yeah.
him.
No, I want the high ground.
There's okay. If you run down the hallway, you know that there's a room at the end of the hall that has a window that overlooks the street.
I go in there. And
You don't know if anybody's in there or not. Okay, you open it up. There's nobody in
I
there.
hear Rhea say, "Just go downstairs," and as Ammolite, I say, "I want the high ground," and I just sit.
I just like roll my eyes and I go downstairs.
Don't try it.
All right, you look out the window, and down on the street is the most exquisite carriage you have ever seen in your whole life. We're talking fairy tale. We're talking high levels of Cinderella time, where it's gorgeous. And you see Laiika get handed in, and you see Lenice follow her in. She's got footmen. She's got the whole nine.
That should be me. That's all.
I want to go to Zephyr.
The image of her like up against a window, like
Yeah. I know. Someone draw it, please.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to Zephyr and be like, do you know where they're going to dinner?
Well, they're probably going to someplace in the more central part of Main City. In the main part of Main City, if you will. The places that the Baron Lenice usually goes, she comes here, which we are very happy for her patronage. But she also goes to the Bellachich, which he named after himself. But the planet is Param after Param, so
Why wouldn't you?
Or she might be taking Laiika to, usually she just goes to one of the Belicich's places, really. He's got several restaurants down there as well as a couple bathhouses.
She was a little too dressed up to be taking her to a bathhouse, right?
Oh, no, I don't think she'd be taking her to a bathhouse. No, she's very much a patroness of the arts and looks forward to the opera and all it entails.
Cool. I don't know if Laiika could. I feel like Laiika would freak out. Anyways.
Are you worried about your friend?
Not really, not really.
Do you maybe want to go to the opera to make sure she's all right?
Oh, we're definitely going to do that. But, I mean, Laiika can totally take care of herself most of the time. She did run into a burning building and get herself killed. But chance of that happening downtown, slim.
They're slim, especially
also,
at the Belicich's.
Worst case scenario, she shows back up at the Welcome Center, right?
Right, yes.
Unrelated. The little fire genasi boy, is he yours?
Well, he's mine now, as it were. But he wasn't mine on Perim, if that's what you're asking.
Forgive me if this is an impertinent question, but how'd he die?
He doesn't talk about it. And you realize that you've seen like a couple other genasi children around the Broken Tavern. And Zephyr says to you, she gets quieter. She sort of like pulls you in a little bit, and she's like, if there are genasi children who die on Perrin, and they don't, happen to pass on with other loved ones or situations like that, they often find their way either to the Wood of the Lost and join the children there, or if they're luckier, they wind up with me.
Do you think he'd want to go back?
To New Life?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never really talked to him about it. I just sort of assume that the children who are trying to, or who find their way to me are maybe not looking for new life. It's hard. It's hard for kids when they die and they don't quite understand why.
Fair.
But if you'd want to talk to him, I could see if he'd talk to you.
Oh, that's fine. I was just, I figured as a kid it's probably hard to do the memory trial, so just if you needed help or whatever.
But I'll let him know you asked.
Cool. I think Ammolite might have run into someone's room or something, so I should probably go check on her. I'm sure she's not disturbing anybody. I'll make sure it's fine.
Oh, you hear
and I just walk away.
You hear just the loudest noise from upstairs. It's okay. Right. Everything's okay.
I'm gonna run over towards the thud.
Like back against a very rickety door that is like trying to explode.
A door that's trying to explode?
Yep, it's in the room. It's a closet.
Cool. Okay.
What you?
Oh, is everything all right? I heard a loud noise.
No, it's all good. We're all good up here. What's it? How? Where's? We gotta find Laiika. And she walks out the door.
I come up the stairs and I'm like, so apparently probably something about the Belicic. He has a couple spots, a couple bathhouses, a couple restaurants.
Oh boy, I hope they go to a bathhouse. That would be really fun. I would love to see
Maybe
that.
we should slow down for just a moment. I don't... I know you all know each other very well, but I'm sort of new here, and I don't...
We're all new here.
I don't know how comfortable I am following someone to a bathhouse or somewhere else. I mean, maybe we should.
I don't think they're at the bathhouse. Zephyr doesn't think they're at a bathhouse. Like, did you see her makeup? I don't know a lot about makeup, but I feel like that took a while, and that's not like you do it before you go to a bathhouse type situation. No, you don't. Don't you do the bathhouse before that?
I guess I'm wondering, would it ruin the date for Miss Laiika if we were there nearby?
We'll do it covertly.
Trust me, I want. I'm not very good at being quiet. Although Pid is, I could potentially send her.
How about this? How about we go to the opera house and we wait there. We watch the front entrance. If they don't show up by the time the opera starts, well, you know something's wrong. If they do show up, we can hang out outside in case like a monster crashes through the roof or something. And if not, they get in their carriage to come back. We come back to here, and everything's fine.
Okay, that sounds.
Or you could stay here, or go check out the library.
No, where you go, I would like to go. I do not want to be on my own. Please, can I go with you?
Oh.
Sure.
Join us.
All right.
I think, Doc, I think you're really gonna be a lot better at this than you expect. Because if what we've seen you do in combat or in recon or even just in dealing with innkeepers is any indication, you will.
I think I was unconscious with that last one, but I'll take your word for it.
I mean, you really.
Well, the next morning, you know.
Yeah, you
sort of smooth the ruffled feathers.
I think. I think you're kind of a natural at this kind of stuff, Doc, and you just gotta let yourself experience it.
All right. Sure. I mean, yes. Let's go. We can do this.
Can
Yes.
Ammolite pop his collar?
Excellent.
I actually like it flat.
We'll get you there.
A little bit.
She pats him on
It's
the
a
back.
little. It's a nice iron.
All right, once you get outside, I'm going to need you guys to make survival checks to track the carriage.
Oh, we're just going to the opera house.
Straight to the.
Oh, you're just going to the opera house? Okay, great. So you're going to follow the maps in your folders to get to the opera house.
Yeah.
Laiika, you and Lenice pull up outside of the Belichich and enter the most elaborate restaurant you have ever been inside your entire life. Everything, all of the seats are velvet. The lighting is low. Hanging from the ceiling in glass globes. There are tapestries all around the walls. There are tables, just very few patrons. There's not a lot of people here, but everybody looks refined and dressed to the nines. And milling about them is a svelte gold dragonborn, chatting, laughing, talking to everyone, draped robes around his frame. He is sporting red and gold robes tonight and just talking to everyone. They're having a great time. He looks up and sees you and Lenice and heads over and he's like, Lenice Netakoven, thank you so much for your patronage. Kisses her hand. And says, who is your lovely guest? And kisses your hand.
He's so evil.
I'm
Oh,
like a
but yes,
like-
no.
Nice to meet you.
Like a sledge runner. Oh, do you run sledges or do you appreciate sled dogs? Tell me all about it. And he escorts you over and he goes, Lenice, your usual table, I'm assuming. And he sits you in the center of the restaurant.
This place is really, really beautiful.
Thank you so much. I had it manifested by only the best.
That I imagine it's probably the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It is, isn't it? And he just looks around. And as he's looking, he gets this faraway sort of glaze in his eye. And he focuses in on one of the glass globes with a little flame inside of it. And Lenice just looks at him and looks at you, and neither of you have sat down yet. And she says, Belichick. And he goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I get dazzled myself. And he pulls out your chairs so that you can sit down.
Don't blame me. It's truly dazzling. I can sit for hours and just look at all of the detail, and this must have taken so much work.
It did. It took a fleet of manifestors. I'll let Chef know you're here. And he leaves.
Did you say Jeff or Chef?
Chef. Chef.
I was like,
I'll let Jeff know you're here.
Belichick Jeff.
Belichick, Lenice Netticoat, and Jeff.
Yes.
I feel like Belichick and Jeff is a really good sitcom name. And it's like, Unity's moved big.
Jeff and the Belichick.
Or just Belichick and Jeff.
Belichick and Jeff. That's fun to say.
Belichick and Jeff. Okay. Lenice takes her napkin, puts it across her lap.
The doctor told me to do this earlier, so I do the same thing.
Perfect. Someone comes round, fills your glasses with water, and as the water sort of settles in, little sparkles in like rainbow colors sort of bubble up to the top.
Is this safe to drink?
Of course it is safe to drink. Do you think I'd take you somewhere to poison you? And she takes a big gulp.
I mean, no one's tried to poison me before, but they say there's a first time for everything, and I take a gulp of water.
She laughs. She's like,
Was that
it's a little bit fizzy, but not that fizzy.
Oh.
It's just very light and nice.
If this is poison, it's really, really tasty.
I can assure you poison is not this tasty.
Depends on the poison.
My friend would say it depends on the poison.
You hear Rhea's disembodied voice in the back of your head. So they will be bringing us out small meals, small tastes to try. Since it is the afterworld, you know we don't really need to eat in order to stay alive. So this is more like an exciting way to taste things that other people manifest.
All right. Interesting. I did find the other day that if I thought a bit about, existing in food and everything, that I was no longer hungry. Is that going to happen to my taste?
Oh, I should hope not. I have never heard of that happening to taste for anyone I know.
I would feel like it would be really disappointing, because if you're dead and you can't taste as many different things as possible, then
you might as well try for new life.
Well, we're doing that anyway, so,
Right. I'm sorry. That was very insensitive of me. You want to go back to Param? Sure.
We've got other things to do still.
Unfinished business, yes. I understand.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any questions for me? Or would you just like to make small talk? All right, I can lead it. Don't worry. And Lenice starts to ask you some questions.
I think I've never had small talk before. That sounds fun.
Oh, it is fun. Okay, if you've never had small talk before, then we should start with the classics. The first thing you always want to start with small talk is asking about the weather or commenting upon it. So you try first. And another waiter comes over and pours you golden wine and gives the first dish.
Severe lack of weather here that I have noticed.
There is a severe lack of weather. Very observant of you. It is pretty much the same in main city all the time.
Wow. The temperature, is this the average temperature that's liked by people, or is this the average temperature that exists where people have felt it?
Oh, what a question. We should bring Belichick back out. He would love that question. Do you think? I think that it is because it is the average temperature that people remember being on Param. That is my conclusion. Of course, I am no great philosopher.
Was that good small talk? Did I do well?
You did excellent. And she leans over and she puts her hand on your forearm when she says it. And then more dishes come out. Belichic does come by again and talks to you guys, but every time he talks to you, he can carry on the conversation for a little while, and then he sort of zones out weirdly, and Lenice has to snap him back to attention.
When he goes away one time after that, I'm gonna say, if you're ill when you die, do you maintain that here? I know injuries don't last because I died really horrifically. So, and I'm not like that here.
No. You do not look horrifying to me.
Well, if you'd seen it, you would have thought it was pretty horrifying. Anyway, the Mr. Belichic doesn't seem to have all of the gears. That's a horrible metaphor. It doesn't know what a gear is.
No, she doesn't.
You know what a train is.
No, it's just bullshit. Doesn't have all of the...
He is missing something.
Fuck, I'm trying to think of a sled dog metaphor.
Tools in the shed.
Oh, yeah, tools.
His lead dog.
Yeah.
His lead dog is missing.
Yeah.
His Balto? Is he missing his Balto?
Yeah,
No, he's missing his Balto.
Okay, but Balto wasn't really the lead dog for the majority.
But he was. Okay, but at the moment, he...
And then we cut back to the opera house.
Anyway.
Go back to the house and Ammolite says, so that's what trains are.
Yes, it's actually quite remarkable. They go very quickly. I'm sort of surprised that you've never heard of them. They're quite the rage in the academic circles nowadays.
No.
Have we talked about what year was it when you died?
Great question. I don't know.
So you compare years, and you discover that the last year Dr. Rembletack remembers it being is about 60 years after the year Ammolite remembers it being, which is about 5 years after what Rhea remembers it being.
There was a year between? Oh, no, you didn't. No, okay. I was thinking between Ammolite leaving the party and me dying. But,
that, it seems odd that we're paired together, given that maybe, I was going to say, maybe they change it based on the average lifespan of the creature, but then you're an elf, Miss Rhea, so I don't know how that...
I think it's random.
Right. Yes, that would make sense.
So where were we during those 60 years?
Good question.
Cut back to the Belichic's restaurant.
So that's what trains are.
Yes, and it's crazy because in Afterworld, instead of having to use natural fuel sources, it just sort of runs on the energy of everybody in Afterworld. It's very it's a manifesting thing. I still have to have a train conductor who drives the train, with the force of their will. But besides that, it's pretty easy.
That's fascinating. That would have made things a lot easier. Although I have to admit, I'm still fond of, the partnership that one experiences when working with dogs. I feel like the train probably doesn't give you the same amount of feedback as a good lead dog does.
And cut back to the opera house.
I know this is not going to do anything, but I want to, basically, meditate and try and, open my mind and see if I can remember anything from between dying and waking up in the Welcome Center.
Sure. I would like you to give me a roll. But we have to see what kind of roll it would be.
I used on a copper piece.
Come
on, baby. Hotel luck.
Hold on. Give me your stats. Can you list off your stats for me? Well, after you tell me what your roll is. Was it a natural
20.
It was
28.
not a natural one, but you said wait, so I could just re-roll. My strength is a 16, dexterity 14, constitution 15.
Sorry, I meant skills, but I've brought the skill list up now, so it's okay.
Athletics, history, insight, perception, survival.
I want you to do a medicine check for me.
Ooh.
With the roll that I made.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's an 8.
You sit down, close your eyes, and let yourself fall into the trance that you would. There's a bug on my wall, and I just saw it. I'm sorry. You let yourself fall into a trance as if you're trying to sleep, and attempt to remember what it was like in between dying and waking up in the waiting room. And as you sort of do your meditation, let thoughts wander in and wander out, you begin to hear this low, sort of vibrating pulse that is slow at first, but gets faster and faster. It's almost like a heartbeat, but different than a heartbeat. And as it increases, the darkness around you gets sort of like spotted through with lights that just begin flashing in all colors of the rainbow. And as they build and crescendo, they stop. And you're like knocked out of your meditation.
And Ammolite and the doctor have been playing marbles, waiting for Rhea.
I'm fine with that.
How do you always
have
win?
Throwing.
She stole them from a child down the street.
Yeah,
Are you all right,
Rhea? Ammolite's so into like.
Unsettled.
Wait, sorry, what was that, Doc?
I was saying that Miss Rhea looks a little unsettled.
Oh, you're awake. Hey,
just wish.
Welcome back to the land of the living. I won, for the record. I just keep up
living
again.
Yeah, I don't know. I decided to see if I could remember between dying and waking up. And just, I don't know, just to see. And I just heard this sound, almost like a heartbeat, but it kept getting faster and faster, and it wasn't quite right. And then there were all these flashing lights, and then, I don't know, you know that feeling when you're almost asleep and your body thinks you're dying, so it like sort of kicks you back awake. It's like then that happened and woke me up. So I don't know, maybe I did just doze off and it was nothing.
Rumbletak takes out his notes and writes it down.
More people have started to gather around the opera house.
That's fascinating. I don't know what it could be. In the more immediate sense, we perhaps should get some tickets if we wanted to be inside for the opera.
Oh, are we going to the? I thought we were just gonna watch the entrance.
If that's an option, Ammolite kind of clutches her bag. It's like, baby, we're going to the opera.
You're taking me to the opera?
Yeah, I didn't think we'd get to go in, but sounds like that's the move. I'm thinking this.
Ammolite. Are you? Perfect. It's working. As you look around the building, you see scrawled across it in thieves' cant, free tickets. And then an arrow. You also see...
Don't follow that arrow. That's like a van, free candy.
We're gonna go protect Laiika just in case, and then we all get kidnapped by a thieves guild.
Just come rescue us from the waste where we've been sold into slave trade.
It's gonna be great.
So the people who are milling about where you are, because you're nearer to the main entrance, are people who are dressed in varying levels of not finery, but it's like it runs the gambit of how they're dressed. So these people don't necessarily look like they're going into the opera. But off to the side, there are some people who have less fine clothes, but still very nice clothes, who seem to be lining up near a door. And Laiika, you and the Baron have finished up your dinner. Belichich came over, was talking to her, and he's like, of course, all your food, Lenice, is on the house. It's wonderful to see you with a new companion. I hope that you'll both be back again very soon, and you know, send me more things on the train. Can't wait to see what they've got from Recordstown. And she laughs, oh, of course, Belichich, you know that I will always help you get whatever you need. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, of course. Shall we go, Laiika? And then you exit and you go on back into the carriage and drive the short distance to the opera house.
On the way, can I say, what does the Belichich's place is so beautiful and fancy? Hang on, sorry. Mm-hmm. Mr. Belichich's place is so beautiful. What would he need that he couldn't manifest?
Sometimes the manifestors in Recordstown have different imaginations than the manifestors in Main City, and so, you know, we ferry goods back and forth on the train. Or if there are very good manifestors in Recordstown who might want a job for the Belichich, we can get them on the train back to Main City to get a job with him.
Laiika, you are so good at insight checks. Please do an insight check.
Oh, fuck! You're kidding! Okay, can I insight check that?
You hear Ammolite in the back of your head.
You hear Ammolite saying, vibe check.
Yeah.
I went to take a sip of my beer, and a little bug that's been flying around flew into my face and then fell into my beer.
No!
Protein!
Did I drink more? Yes. Oh, now it's crawling up the side of my glass. It's not dead.
Oh, he's probably drunk.
Well, that's good.
14 plus 7. 21.
21? You get the sense that she's avoiding the full answer.
I always forget about insight checks.
21, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From her tone, it feels like the jobs with the Belichich, she thinks that it's, you know, like fine, but it's almost like pulling one over on the people who he hires.
Okay.
But he is a very good boss. He pretty much lets them do whatever they want in exchange for safe housing and being out of the way so out of Recordstown, living in the lap of luxury.
So he brings people in?
To manifest for him. The poor thing can't manifest himself.
Well, why not?
You saw the poor dear.
That's true. He didn't
missing his alto.
Something is missing, as we said.
Yeah.
He's missing his lead dog. Did you say it was?
Well, the anchors.
Roger is going to love that.
Right?
One of the other train barons.
Oh, you said there's 3, right? Do you all get along?
Well, you know, we are 3 different personalities. There is, of course, me, the most fun one, who goes to Recordstown. And then there is Roger Stonegrinder. He goes to the Identity Center, and his train has to go through the Wood of the Lost, which, as you can imagine, is really not as much fun as going across the wastes might be, although both are equally as dangerous. And then there is the Baron Mattinger Beaumont, and he goes to Casa de Darkness, and he is not very nice. You will not like him when you have to ride his train.
Wait, what's his name?
There's Rogel, Rogell, Stone Grinder. And then there's Mattenjay, Mattenjay, Beaumont, Beaumont. They would both probably be at the opera since they both do love the opera.
Oh, well, that will be fun. It's nice to meet more people around here.
Oh, they won't be in our box. But if you would really like to meet them, I can introduce you to them.
Is having a hard time understanding what a box is in this context. She's like,
We have special seats that are very good for viewing the opera. It is my box seats, and they are a limited number of seats. Matt and Jay does not like to sit in the box seats. Roger might come up.
well, my friend made me these, and I whip out my opera glasses so that I can see from wherever I'm going to be in the house.
Which friend made you this?
The doctor.
The doctor.
The
He's
little
a
fella.
very interesting character, is he not?
He's really talented, isn't he? Look how beautiful those
Yes.
are.
These are lovely. Do you think he would man past a pair for me?
I bet he's a real friendly little man. What the fuck was that? Sorry, don't worry about whatever just came out of my mouth. He's quite funny.
Do you think he'd be interested in a job with the trains?
Well, we're trying to get new life. As you remember, he's got quite a bit to do still on Param. So
Right.
unlikely, but maybe, when he dies eventually,
Again, you mean a second time?
Permanently, when all of his business is finished. Maybe he might be interested. Yeah.
Interesting. And you're outside the opera house now. Ammolite, Rhea, and Rumbletack. What have you done? What have you decided to do?
Well, what have you done?
No, where do you want to, are we trying to go get tickets? Are we following the free ticket
Do we
sign?
really want to
What are
go
we doing?
listen to people sing for 3 hours?
Oh, it's actually very amazing what they do. They train for years and years to be able.
I'm sure they're very talented, but
I also promised my bag we could go in, and she's really looking forward to this now. So there's
have you told us at this point about her bag? I can't remember.
I have, because we had this
I can't keep track.
conversation.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay. She's back. She'll get over it.
No.
Does the white hair elf not want me to experience an
You think
opera?
she'll get over it, but she won't, as I'm hearing this in my head.
If she ever tries to put anything inside my eye,
Babe, eat it right
I'm
up.
going to eat it just like I
yep.
ate most of that cookie.
You know what, Rhea?
And I
It's
will
best if
never
we just-
forgive
It's
her.
best if we just do what she wants.
Did you hear that, Ammolite?
She ate the cookie?
Wait, I
She ate
didn't
most
hear that.
of that cookie?
Wait,
Just like I ate most of that cookie.
what cookie?
Well, that is what Ammolite would think.
Fuck!
Wait,
You put our memories in a cookie
hang on.
in the bag.
I turn around. No, I nobody knows that.
Oh, okay.
I know.
That wasn't.
I'm just a really good actor. I turn around and
I'm so yeah.
I grab her with both hands. Wait,
Ow.
what?
I'm sure this would hurt if I could feel it.
What cookie?
It's a side satchel, right?
I have
Yeah, it's
her.
like a
I have
crossbody
her.
bag.
I want to gently touch the strap from behind.
What cookie?
Okay,
What are
you can hear
I
everything
can
that's about to
eavesdrop.
happen.
Okay.
The cookie that you gave me, that I was supposed to give you on our date. And then you said all those rude things to me, so I decided to eat it.
Well,
Most of it.
wait.
You seemed very concerned about whatever you put in that cookie.
When did I give you a cookie?
In the library. Honestly, your entire group, you're very incompetent.
You know, that word choice stung, but based on what you have seen of us, I get it. Look, I'm so overwhelmed right now, and I think I kind of turn and I see Rhea's touching my strap, and I shrug, and I'm like, what do I do?
You can
Listen, bag.
apologize.
I know we got off on the wrong foot. I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you? I'm talking out loud.
To apologize to me.
For
Yes.
record, Ammolite has taken the bag off and is like holding it, cradling it between the two of us now. Doc, get in on this. You're gonna want to hear it, I promise. There's something about a cookie.
Just very, very gently. Also touch.
You know, it is lovely to have this much attention showered on oneself.
You deserve it. You know, I have lived a long life, but I have never met a talking bag before. You are truly one of a kind.
You're trying to butter her up, right?
Please don't make me roll.
I'm gonna make you roll. It's a persuasion.
My charisma's so low.
I'm gonna make you roll for this.
All right, dice, come on. Work with me. Work with my words. It's my number of the night. It's a 10.
All right. Attempts at flattery are appreciated even when they're not sincere. They'd be nicer if they were sincere.
No, I am not kidding. I have never met a talking bag before. This is fascinating.
Well, I am one of a kind.
Yes. Maybe
You
just
could-
like...
Just like what?
Maybe
just like something else? You're comparing me to something else?
No, you are one of a kind. Maybe, you know, that cookie was also one of a kind.
Rumbletech looks at Ammolite.
Sorry, Ammolite's just had.
Do you know what cookie was?
In my line of work, you know, sometimes I get sent to find unique things. And when I do, people get really excited and they like me a lot more for it.
They like you when you find unique things?
Yeah. When they have something specific that they're looking for, and I'm the one who can give it to them.
Are you trying to threaten me by implying that you'll sell me to the highest bidder?
No.
She definitely was not, and that is not a bluff, was not what I was implying.
She has a background in procuring unique and one-of-a-kind objects.
Saying this cookie seems like a big deal. And in my experience, when you give people things that are unique or big deals or important, once you do, they really like you for it.
Well,
can Ammolite grab, or you speak first, bag. You go.
What did Ammolite want to grab? I could give you what is left of the cookie.
That would be amazing.
If we go to the opera.
All of us?
Or I was told I could experience the opera, and if we are reneging on the opera, I might as well eat the rest of this cookie, it will be like it never existed.
You know, you and Ammolite should definitely go on a date to the opera.
Oh, you guys, don't let me go in there unchaperoned. Oh no!
No, that's true. That's fair. That's fair. We should not let you go.
You can't metagame unless she said that out loud.
I did.
You think the ghost of Laiika being like, maybe don't send her in there alone.
It'll occur to me eventually.
A lot of people are starting to gather around the opera house now, and you see carriages are starting to pull up, and sort of a red carpet situation has occurred.
I take my hands off the bag. How are we even going to get you tickets, though?
I'm so sorry. Number one, I want to clutch the bag to my chest and say, I've just had the most fascinating realization, and it is that I spent my entire life on Param trying to find the most unique and special and shiny and beautiful objects. And I genuinely believe that in finding you, I have found that. And I'm sorry that I needed the validation from Rhea to realize that. But, babe, you're unlike anything else I've ever seen or held or experienced before. And let's go to the opera. And I cast disguise self and I make myself look like the lady that Laika's with.
Nope. I grab her arm.
You grab her arm.
Yeah.
People have already noticed that Lenice Netakoven is in the middle. She's in the middle of their group. And the bag is just like, and she's speechless. Because you mean this, right?
I
this
really
is not.
genuinely mean this. Like, this was a huge
You
realization.
100% mean this.
Yeah.
What are you?
Yeah, the next time you open up this bag is just going to be a bag of holding. I mean, she's still going to talk to you and everything, but.
Oh my god, you did it!
You did it.
Well, now she really needs a name.
Oh, God.
You might make her angry again later, but for right now, she's going to operate as a normal bag of holding.
Grab the cookie.
Who can talk to you?
Can I open it and get the cookie and toss it to Rhea and then sashay?
I mean, you won't. She hasn't. There's nothing to indicate to you that she's operating as a normal bag of holding. You would need to open it and find that out. Oh. I'm just letting you know so that we don't forget when it happens.
Cool. Then I'm not going to risk it. I don't want her to think that I just said that to get something.
Yeah.
I'm like holding Ammolite's arm and I just go, "What are you doing?"
I am going.
And you hear people around you are going, oh, Lenice, Baron Netakoven, Baron Lenice. Oh my goodness. People are starting to grab at you
Baron
and hand you things.
Oh, this is so fun. And when you see me again in a few minutes, give me more things.
I'm going to need you to roll 1 a performance check, 2 a persuasion check.
Oh my god. Wouldn't that be good?
Performance first.
Okay. Performance, 18.
Great. Persuasion?
Persuasion, also 18.
All right. There are a couple people who are kind of like, what? But most everybody in this crowd believes that you are who you say you are.
I have the
What you're holding, half of it looks like weeds. Some of it crumbles in your hands. But you've been given all sorts of manifested items. They're just continuing to give them to you. Do you head towards the entrance?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to
head towards the entrance.
Back for a second and be like, Baron Lenice, didn't we forget to do that thing first?
What is the thing?
As your bodyguard, I feel the need to remind you that we should go take care of that thing before the opera starts.
I'm going to need you to do an intimidation check.
Can I make a perception check to see just like what the situation is around us, and if I see other Lenice anywhere?
Can I do?
People have started to enter, and people are cheering and stuff at the red carpet entrance thing.
Can I do strength instead of charisma since I'm holding her arm?
Yeah, what you're trying to do right now is intimidate the crowd into not having them forcibly remove you from Lenice.
Great, 14. Not great, but
I got a 14 on the perception. 14.
The crowd rolled a 9. So you're trying to see what the deal is. Everybody here loves Lenice. This is like a Lenice fan club. They're eyeing Rhea and they're eyeing you almost like who are these people who are around Lenice? Like we've never seen them before. When Rhea says that she's the bodyguard, they back off a little bit, but everybody wants to get at Lenice. They're all still touching her dress, touching the flowers, trying to give her things. Laiika, your carriage has pulled up. And Ammolite, you see a carriage that you've seen before. and the footman comes round. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm just going to keep talking.
Okay,
You
do you
interrupt
all
me
want
what you
to
want to
see
do
a
here.
fun magic trick? And I run into the opera.
Yeah. Some people try to follow you in, but
No,
you don't.
Turn
They
around.
don't get all the way.
Turn around for the fun magic trick. Goodbye. And I run in.
You run in. People let you in because they assume that you're the Baron Lenice Netakoven. And as soon as you get inside, we're going to do this real quick, and then we're going to cut to outside. As soon as you get inside, a young halfling man comes up to you, and he goes, "Oh, Baron Lenice, it is lovely to see you again. Shall I escort you to your box?"
Oh, I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, of course, Baron.
And also, I need my bodyguard and my Train-gineer to come in as well.
I tried to run in after her and kind of like keep people back.
I'm very sorry, but I don't see your bodyguard, Baron.
What?
Did I not succeed?
Your bodyguards, they are not here with you tonight.
What about the two people who were behind me? Oh, actually...
and you see that
I have to go to the
Rhea and Rumbletech have been stopped at the entrance.
We're with her. Let us through.
They're with me.
Yes, we are.
I'm gonna need a group persuasion check.
Very
here.
much with
Can
her.
I intimidate?
Oh no! Is this persuasion or deception? It doesn't matter.
Just can't let anything be simple,
Persuasion.
Ammolite.
Persuasion
We
is-
could have gone and got free tickets from Thieves' Cant.
I
But
know.
no,
It was
you have to pretend to be Lenice.
12.
I saw an opportunity. I got a 24.
Oh wow!
Can I just scream?
I actually got a
have to go to
14.
the bathroom and I need my bodyguard and Train-gineer to come with me.
The halfling man, the young halfling man, looks at you and is like, "Oh, new bodyguards, of course," and gestures to have them come through. Meanwhile, outside, Lenice does a grand entrance.
Oh, good luck for the magic trick, and then I run away.
She does a grand entrance.
The bathroom.
He's gonna look at Rhea and be like, "What are we doing?
We'll wait outside the bathroom for her."
Right?
All right.
That was a bad idea.
Laiika,
As
as
we
you
sort of like
approach,
walk away, if there's not really people around, I'll just kind of mutter under my breath, "Welcome to the chaos."
I've never broken into an opera before.
there are people around you who are all dressed in various levels of finery. People are starting to come into the opera house. They give you dirty looks because neither of you are dressed for the opera.
I glare back at them.
They give Rhea less dirty looks. When you do eye contact, they kind of look away like, "You're not worth our time."
Hand
they try
on
to play
hand
it
on
off
my
like
sword, shoulders squared, best like fighter walk.
I feel very uncomfortable. It's not how I would normally dress for such an event.
When you put your hand on your sword, you notice
it's on
an
my
elderly.
back. Never mind.
Oh, okay, cool. You follow Ammolite Lenice in the direction that she walks to the bathrooms. Laiika, as the carriage pulls up, you approach the front of the palace. The grand doors are flanked by columns lit from below by shining orbs. All manner of humanoids dressed in their finest are entering the opera house main doors. People dressed more normally and with less pomp are gathered, craning their necks to catch a glimpse of the upper echelons of Afterworld. You notice there is a side entrance where less finely dressed people have lined up and they're getting tickets swiped for entry. And as you descend the carriage, you hear shouts and gasps, and some of them sound kind of confused. And they're all shouting, "Baron Netakoven! Baron Lenice!" Flowers are being tossed to her. And some of them are really gross, lining the red carpet, for lack of a better term, are a couple security guard kind of looking people, and they are moving to intercept like people who are getting in too close. As you walk down, Lenice is like holding your hand to make sure that you follow her in. She bends down and she picks up the loveliest of the flowers, and a shriek starts up from the crowd, like, oh, "That's mine! She picked up mine! She picked up my flower!" And she gestures to one of the guards, and the crowd parts to show this young woman who has been the manifester of this flower. And she gestures to the guard and to the young woman, and the woman is overcome with emotion. She's like started to cry. She started to sob. The guard has gone over to her and he's leading her away. And she turns to you, Laiika, gives another grand curtsy, and hands you the flower. When you look down at it, you realize the petals are not regular flower petals, but they're made of the most delicate, moving crystal you have ever seen. And Lenice will gesture. Shall we go?
This is so beautiful.
It is, isn't it? People, when we go out, sometimes people who are good at manifesting but don't have good connections have the opportunity to grab our attention and get a good job if they don't want to pursue new life.
So
So
they
that
took her for a job right now?
Well, that young woman will be led to a place where she can then meet me probably tomorrow in my office, and we can talk further about her manifesting skills and where she might fit best amongst the high society of Main City.
Well, she's really talented. This is beautiful.
She is. I think Belichic would love her, don't you? These flowers at every restaurant table? Are you kidding me?
I think that would be a bit much, to be honest. They're really beautiful, but they're very. Think of all the light that would get everywhere.
The light would. Oh. You're right, Laiika. Belichic can't have her. She shall work for the trains. And Lenice sweeps inside the opera house.
As she goes in, Laika's like, where would you put flowers on trains?
And she walks in, and a young halfling man comes up to you both and goes, Baron, did you do a trick to come out of the bathroom so fast? And Lenice looks at him and just goes, what? And he shoots a look over to you, Laiika, like, who are you? And looks back at her and goes, your new bodyguard and your train-gineer went with you to the bathroom? She just says, no, I do not have any train-gineer or new bodyguard.
Train-gineer does.
And then
you're slurring it in one word is amazing.
So good.
And she looks at you, Laiika, and she goes, real quick, she looks at you, Laiika, and she goes, Penelope told me that you had her make the dress so that it was armored. Did you manage to hide your weapon amongst your things as well?
Fuck, did I?
This is up to you. This is a yes and, Laiika.
An entire sword? Is there anywhere in this dress that could fit an entire sword?
I don't remember from what you showed us. I don't think that there would have been.
I drew it. I don't think so. Okay.
I don't think so.
No, but I am. Oh wait, no. I have a dagger, so I'll have at least one of my daggers on my thigh.
Excellent.
Well, I don't have my dad's sword with me. It kind of clashed with the look, and what was the seamstress's name again?
Penelope Pearl.
And Penelope said that it didn't quite go, but I do have a dagger in a sheath on my thigh.
Excellent. Okay, when we get to the box, whoever is in there, you hold them. And she takes out her 2 rapiers.
I'm great at holding people.
And she leads you to her box. All right. All right, fake Baron and company. Hey everyone. Rachel Summons here. Your favorite dungeon master, probably. Thank you guys so much for watching our show. We really, really appreciate it. You can catch us every Wednesday. We'll be releasing new episodes every other Wednesday, and then on our off Wednesdays, we'll be releasing bonus actions. What's that? Well, it's basically just like behind the scenes stuff and interviews with the cast and crew, which is everybody you've been watching. We are self-produced. And I mean, we're also doing things like creating our own fan art of like the memory department and characters, because we're obsessed with our own show, and we hope that you're obsessed too. So even if you're not, please come watch us be obsessed with ourselves. I think it's great, but again, I'm obsessed with myself. Also, support our narcissism by joining our Buy Me a Coffee. It is true, we don't have blood. We do just have that bitter, delicious liquid running through our veins. And anything that you can do to help us stay alive would be so appreciated. But as always, is not required. We hope that you've been enjoying the show because we have been having such a blast making it. Remember, guys, you are champions, you're scholars, and you've got great boobs. And we love you. Can't wait to see you again. Bye.
We can't break into an opera house. This is
We already broke into the opera house.
yeah, but
I think you were peed.
but will you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I need. I needed you to roll either a survival or an investigation. No, let's make it survival. Finding a bathroom in an unknown place is a survival check.
Ooh.
Is that a roll for all of us or just for Megan?
You can each. Well, honestly, it's going to be Megan because she's leading the way.
I was going to say,
and I think you guys are trying to trail her.
Rhea's not looking for the bathroom. She's just like keeping an eye out.
Ammolite got a 7.
You find a door, and oh, you know what? Give me a percentile dice. If it's over 50, the door's unlocked. If it's under 50, the door's locked.
All right, let's see how this bad boy goes.
I hate when you tell what it's gonna be before we roll.
It's fun for me.
60%.
Hey, the door's unlocked. You open it up, and it is a small closet.
This will do. And I grab the two.
I like pull Jerry in, so we all go in together. And I say, okay, now can you drop it and maybe throw a disguise on us so we can just blend into the crowd and pretend to be other people?
But they really like being this fancy girl. And I have all these
Yes,
flowers
but there are
and gifts.
2 of you now.
Yes.
Aw, but maybe they'll think that I'm the real one and we can get rid of her.
No! It's Laiika!
Just a fun thought I had. Doctor, what was your name?
What?
And like, drop the disguise.
I don't want to yet. Okay, wait. Of the stuff I was given, what was I given?
Oh my god, Ammolite.
Okay, so
inventory.
It's basically like, you know how at ice shows, after an ice skater does a performance and people drop stuffed animals and flowers and stuff onto the ice rink? It's DIY manifest that stuff.
Okay, what is worth keeping and what is not worth keeping?
There are a couple flowers that are pretty nice. There's a doll that was made of Lenice that's kind of creepy, but like could be considered good, maybe.
I like it. Okay, I throw all the shit that I don't care about just on the floor, and then I touch my bag and say, "Cool, how would you feel about holding some stuff?"
Well, I am the most unique thing ever created, so I can hold so many things.
I have some nice flowers and the doll.
You open the bag and it looks like a regular bag of holding.
Do I see anything in there?
Okay, so technically how a bag of holding works is you have to like think about the thing that you want to take it back out of it, and then it sort of like flies into your hand and you get it.
Oh.
So you don't just like see into the bag of holding and you're like, oh, my dirty closet. You know, it's like a...
It looks like nothing, right?
Okay.
It looks like a dark void.
So I probably...
And then you're just like...
I think I now realize that she has opened herself to me. So intimate. And I put the new stuff in. I say, while I'm here, can I have the cookie?
The cookie, what's left of it, flies into your hand.
I've never loved you more than I do right now. I close the flap.
Thank you, darling.
I just don't understand why we're doing any of this. Why didn't we just get tickets?
Well, it's fun. We're dead. What else is there to do?
Get tickets!
That's how everybody goes to the opera.
All right, look, we don't know what the rules of this place are. We don't know what they might do to us. So I think you should drop the disguise and then disguise the two of us so that no one recognizes us.
Okay, I drop the disguise.
All right.
And
Thank you.
I think I should eat this cookie.
R.I.P. to Megan's Swedish vampire voice.
We'll bring it back. I feel like we're gonna hear it again.
I'm sorry, I missed the whole cookie thing. Why is the cookie important?
I don't know.
Is now the time? Why don't I just put it in my bag and then we can eat it when we're not in the middle of this?
I like that idea.
My hands right in the cookie.
Just kidding.
Come on, you guys don't eat this cookie without me.
Okay, can you disguise the two of us?
No.
I don't.
Great. So you're gonna walk out of here scot-free, and the two
Wait,
of
but wait,
you.
do you not?
All right.
You're a bard. You're a bard. You're a bard. Do you not have that costuming kit?
The disguise kit.
No, I do. I have the
So I need you to do an investigation check in this closet to see what's in this closet.
I do have
The
a
higher-
disguise kit that I can contribute to.
Okay, the higher you roll, the more available material will be in this closet for you to make things with.
What else? What am I using? What skill?
Investigation.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation.
I'm gonna walk out of here with a mop on my head.
I got a 15.
Okay, there are cleaning supplies, and there's an extra curtain.
We can build a bomb.
Not like a very long curtain.
Rumbletalk is just sitting
Jerry,
there
you
like,
blow up your lab. How do we do this?
Oh my gosh.
Why don't we just leave and
Condoms
then
and
buy
cocaine, part
tickets
2.
and then come back?
If everyone at the opera house
Because now
is
they're
dead,
going to recognize you and me, Jerry.
technically everyone at the opera house is dead.
Well, then maybe we should just leave. I don't understand.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine that? Just like hundreds of people show up in the welcome.
I can imagine.
Oh, you
it,
guys,
and
we've
I
invented
don't.
posthumous terrorism.
Okay.
This isn't
recommend
right. We didn't
city.
pay for the tickets that are here. We're not supporting the artists.
They're
Oh,
dead.
we would have gotten free tickets anyways. I read Thieves' Cant. You know, it's neither here nor there. Doesn't matter.
We
It
could have
is
just
here or
gotten
there.
free tickets, and instead you chose this?
I pull out a fake nose and I put it on Rhea, and I pull out spray black hair dye and I start spraying the doctor from my disguise.
No.
You don't have an aerosol can of hair. What you're talking about?
15.
You've got like shoe polish. Calm down.
What are you doing, Miss?
We're
Ammolite?
You
disguising.
cannot yes and that, Rachel.
Doc, this is how we do it.
What? Do what? What are we doing exactly?
We're disguising ourselves.
Why?
To go to the
Because
opera.
they know you and I were with fake Lenice.
Right.
Can you call her Flanice?
I did not.
Call her Flanice.
I just feel like maybe we should take a breath and think about a way that is more strategic to do this than aerosol on my hair. Can you imagine what would happen to my glasses if you missed? I wouldn't be able to see at all.
Fun. It's just a fun way to see the opera and a purely audio experience.
Jerry mumbles to himself and he pulls out Pid and he's like, Pid, would you mind seeing if there are any tickets remaining so we know exactly where we can go?
Maybe?
Yes, tickets. Your tickets.
Can Pid see in the dark?
Great question. I do not.
Well, he's not human, so probably.
Do the three of you have dark vision?
Yes. I don't remember.
You guys are all fine.
I think
You're
Tabaxi
all
does.
fine. It's just me. It's always me.
I do
Don't worry.
I do have dark vision.
I have dark vision. Wait, what if Ammolite says, what if I cast Disguise Self to look like the halfling at the door, and then I usher you two to empty seats?
See,
And then
that's a little smarter. We could do that. As long as
You
we
don't
know
think
that
we're
the
maybe
halfling-
gonna walk past him?
maybe he has a twin. I don't know.
You said that you had some sewing abilities, correct, Miss Ammolite?
Yes, that's
You want to sit in here and sew, Jerry?
Just something to make us look a little less obvious. I could potentially help you if you.
All right, how about this?
Wait a second.
You and I, Jerry,
I feel like there's a little light that comes to the little glowing green gem, right? That's in Pid.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are in like a very faint green light. Keep going.
Also, she also has dark vision. So
Great.
Yeah.
Can we just manifest the disguise?
Oh my god! Oh fuck!
Why didn't I think of that? I'm gonna attempt to manifest a disguise.
Great.
Do I add anything to it?
What are you
it's
trying to manifest?
like we've been learning about this
an outfit.
process for a year.
A new outfit?
Yeah, a new outfit and like some kind of like head covering something. Like if I know some kind of style of like head covering whatever.
I'm gonna have you just do a straight roll and then I'll tell you what you've done.
14.
14? Okay, so you managed to manifest your lab coat to a much more refined lab coat.
Okay.
It kind of looks like you know the images of like, we're going through the jungle and I've got a pith helmet and a strappy coat. And like it kind of looks like that.
Yes.
The buckles are really shiny. You don't have a pith helmet, but you do have a turban that sort of matches it. Like you're going through India.
Mm-hmm.
The bloomer pants tucked into
God,
the boot.
you're Colonel Mustard.
You're a little Colonel Mustard.
Yes. All right.
Your pants don't quite make it to bloomers, but they're close. They're almost jodhpurs.
This is
It's
better.
not gonna go well.
Thank you.
Does this work?
Yeah.
Sure.
You look great. I wouldn't recognize you at all. You don't look like a Train-gineer.
Thank you. Pid, darling, could you see if there are any seats that are left?
All right, that's the episode title. You don't look like a Train-gineer.
It's not like Train-gineer.
I'm sorry if you were trying to say train engineer, but it just sounded like you said Train-gineer the whole time.
I did say
Did you?
Train-gineer,
Okay.
and then I was like, we can't let that be canon. I need to say Train-engineer, and then it was
Train-gineer.
No, it's
Train-gineer.
All right. I rolled a 16, natural 16, to manifest like a floor-length black velvet cloak with a hood.
You rolled a 16 to manifest a cloak.
I chose what I was gonna do before I.
It's
Rhea has
velvet.
low aim.
It's really nice. It's a nice black cloak.
Black velvet. She doesn't know. She's not intimately familiar with velvet.
Maybe let's say it's one
All
of
right, it's a beautiful cloak. You make a beautiful black cloak that surrounds your
has the
whole body.
armholes?
It's got the armholes.
So it's fashion.
And she has
Mhm.
gloves.
Rhea wouldn't think to have gloves.
I would not.
Ammolite,
Just something. Well, I would want it
out
to
of
like
my
hide my
disguise.
outfit. Like so I can like have it
All
on
right.
my outfit and have it.
Ammolite
kind
gives
of,
you
like-
gloves.
Do I have to?
Just put them in a pocket, and then everyone will know.
You
I'll put them on.
Rumbletack, you've opened the door a little bit, and Pid's gone out to like look around and see if there are any seats left. And she's trying to be discreet, so I'm going to need you to give her a stealth check.
Yep.
Oh, I think in the end everything worked out pretty okay. Ammolite says.
22.
Wait.
22?
Yeah.
Rhea just kind of looks
Okay.
at you.
She comes back and she like scratches on the door a little bit.
Did you find something? Great. Thank you. Turns around. Miss Ammolite, perhaps you should also dress a little more nicely to not attract attention.
I can't disguise myself and make myself look like Linny's.
That is not what I meant.
Rhea just like,
No.
I'm not coming with you this time.
I do that and then I laugh and then I drop it. And then
You're marking off these spell slots, right?
Yeah, it's worth it. And then
I mean, agree, but like, I just gotta make sure.
I manifest myself a dress, a nice dress. I try, but I rolled a 10.
So your outfit, just kind of like becomes a dress from what it already was. Like your pants just kind of become a dress instead. It doesn't look great, but it is a dress.
Can you just use that spell again to change your clothes?
Into her dress. How does disguise self work? Can you do that?
Disguise self, you're...
I think it's that you can change like the clothing, but if anyone touches it, they'll be able to tell that it's not right.
Oh, okay. So I think I try to manifest myself a dress, and I look down and realize how pathetic it is.
It's real bad.
For the third time this evening, I cast disguise self to have a not an ostentatious dress, but like a very nice. Why are you pointing at yourself, Laiika?
Laiika. We keep saying like a.
Like a it's so hard not to. Like a very classically elegant floor length ball gown.
Beautiful. You do it.
All right. So do we all walk out of here at the same time, or do we just like stagger it?
I don't know. I've never broken into anything before. You two appear.
All right. I'll go first.
I'm going to need you guys to give me stealth checks.
Am I at disadvantage?
Yeah. You and your velvet cloak.
Oh, my scale mail. It's unfortunate because my first one was a 15.
Your second one?
Ooh.
Was a 3. Great. Okay, Doctor?
I got a 22. Which I did not think was a thing I could do. But apparently I have
Ammolite?
a stealth. So
I got an
Good running.
18.
All right. So you're going to exit the closet in this order. First is Rhea, followed by Ammolite, and then Dr. Rumbletack. Pid has gone ahead of you. So Pid points to each of you and points to you, Rhea, and goes, beep, and she starts flying out towards the orchestra seats. And Rhea, I'm going to need you... Actually, I'm going to need it from all three of you. Can you give me perception checks? Doctor?
4.
Okay.
I got a
Ammolite?
27.
Okay.
Can I have some of yours?
Right.
Rhea?
11, which is lower than my passive.
11? Okay.
Yeah. I think she's probably like trying to have the hood a little bit low on her face and maybe keeps like tripping over the cloak because she's also trying to like not strut like she normally does, but
There's a hood.
yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
wasn't drawing a hood.
Yeah. Ammolite, you clock that a tall gentleman with shoulder-length brown hair in a sort of like a, the Shakespeare-esque kind of outfit,
Oh yeah.
but it's all in black velvet.
Bad.
Clocks Rhea leaving the closet and sort of like also glances at you, but he follows her out into the orchestra area, like he's trailing her a little bit. Give me a intelligence check. No, give me an insight check.
Okay. Either way. 15.
He is no one that you know, but he does carry himself light of foot. And then Rumpeltack, you also leave, and no one notices you, and you follow the other two girls.
Great.
Once you get out into the orchestra seats, Pid sort of turns to you, Rhea, and goes, meep. And you see 2 seats, but you don't see a 3rd seat. And she just kind of shrugs, like, this was the best I could do. But you do see some people, standing about. There's standing room in the opera house.
I kind of just like motion for Pid to come close and I say, bring the 2 of them here, I'll go stand.
Okay. She goes back to go get the other 2.
I will go to the standing room and try and like be in the back.
Okay. Ammolite, you watch Rhea go over to the standing room, and you watch the guy in black velvet also go over to the standing room.
Can I?
Laiika!
We match.
Wait, can I? We don't have like remote communication abilities, and Pid is
You
not
have the
really...
message spell. Okay.
Yeah, Pid comes over to you and is like, meep, and she points out the 2 seats.
Whoa. I mean, Ammolite just sits down because I don't want to like...
Okay. Yeah. There's an elderly elf woman who comes up to you and is like, can I help you to your seat, miss?
No, we're good. We see them. Thank you. Have a good opera. Bye.
Do you need a program?
Oh, yes, actually, that would be lovely. Thank you so much.
She gives you a program.
I do have a question. Thank you, sweet friend.
Yes.
The gentleman over there, is he still in eyesight? The guy in the black velvet?
You can point him out, yeah.
Does he work?
He's like kind of leaning against the back.
Mm-hmm.
No, that is a patron of the arts.
I look at the doctor and say, what is that?
Someone who supports the arts by buying tickets frequently. Or even donating directly to an art house.
Thank you, doctor.
Oh, that's okay. Have you seen him before? He just looks very familiar to me.
He is very handsome.
Can I look and see who they're talking about?
Yeah.
Do I recognize the person?
Oh.
Is he very handsome? Does the doctor think he's very handsome?
This is going to be a matter of opinion for both of you, but in my head, he's an NPC.
Right.
So
he's hot. So he's hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you asking after this person?
I think as we're walking to our seats.
She's following you.
Okay.
As if she's escorting you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much. We have found our seats. Very appreciative. Thank you.
I don't want to alarm you, Doc, because I know this isn't how you opera, but he has been following us since we left the closet. Oh, look, the show's starting. Let's pay attention to the show.
Laiika, you and Lenice get up to her box, weapons drawn.
Mm-hmm.
She goes in first. There's nobody in there. She has you. She goes, Laiika, Laiika, can you please search behind the curtains? And she, you guys do a whole thing to search the box, but it's empty. There's nobody there.
I don't think there's anyone here. I don't know what the doorman was saying, but it kind of sounds like it was just a prank.
Bless Laiika for not immediately assuming it was us.
Wow. They even gave a description of your train engineer and your bodyguard and you.
If the roles had reversed, Rhea would have been like, those.
Laiika doesn't know what those things are.
Pen buried is not usually given to pranks. That is a very parent thing to do.
Well, also, I'm a bit confused because, what are the stakes here? If the worst thing that could happen is death, and then you just go back to the welcome center, then it doesn't seem like there should be any sort of real concern,
She flourishes her rapiers at you and she goes, just because you die doesn't mean you don't leave things behind. And she sheathes her swords.
Oh, I thought we might sword fight. I don't have my sword, so
thought we might sword fight.
We could sword fight another time if you'd want. Although I think your friend Rhea might have something to say about that.
Well, she's really good at sword fighting, so she'd definitely want to get in on that.
Have you sword fought with your friend before? She gestures for you to sit down.
No, but she does tackle me every time I try to do something.
I thought as much.
But there's not really weapons involved. She just sort of wants me to, not run into places. Mostly hand-to-hand contact,
I know.
This is my favorite day.
Do you do that sort of thing with your friends often?
I don't do that sort of things with my friends.
She's the first friend I've ever had that's done that sort of thing to me. So I'm having a hard time sort of figuring out how I'm supposed to react.
I have a question for you, and I don't want to seem like I am asking something too personal. But have you ever had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, someone who was more romantic with you?
Oh, no. I grew up in a village of about 20 people max, so...
And there was no one there who caught your eye or made you feel maybe if you were hot under your skin or something?
No.
Sometimes when people like other people, they have a hard time expressing it. And so maybe you should just see if your friend has a hard time discussing how she feels on the inside.
Well, she definitely has a problem with that.
Rude.
She's not the most chatty of people when it comes to feelings and stuff, which I know is hard on her because I tend to sort of talk about everything. So
well, maybe next time you see her. Oh, I have an idea. It is a fabulous one. You will take my train and I will give you 2 private cars. One for you and your friend Rhea and one for the doctor and the other one. Ammolite?
Oh, baby.
And that way you can talk to your friend. And when I say talk to her, I mean you can say, Rhea, now that we are alone, if there is anything you wanted to say to me in life and you didn't get to say it, you could say it. There are no prying ears. Lenice has told me these are private cars, and they are.
Insight check that.
Yeah, hang on, what the fuck?
In my train, they are private.
But you're Lenice.
Yes.
She said,
I'm saying you say this to Rhea.
Oh, sorry, I lost the line of. I thought you were speaking.
It is all right. Get out your opera glasses. The show is
I
about
just want
to
to point out the
start.
fact that Lenice is like more than anything in her life, she ships Rhea and Laiika because she tried to give that drink to you all. She tries to give this private train to you all.
It's like really weird and like very, I don't know, it seems like a sort of very strong force.
Maybe she's got reasons behind it, guys. Maybe she just believes in love.
I do want to insight check her. I know I keep forgetting to do insight checks, but I do. Just because Laika's extremely baffled by. Hang on, I'm tangled. Oh, we're getting such good insight. Hang on. I rolled a 17.
Nice.
Can Ammolite do an insight check to hear if someone described her as, quote, the other one?
That was so good. I heard that. I was like the only person who would care. That would
you just sense.
Yeah.
Your hair
that's
is just like
24.
Yeah. For reasons you're unsure of, all the hair on the back of your neck and it just stands straight up. You're like very affronted.
Yeah, it's like
for
when
no
a cat's,
reason.
like spinal hair goes straight up.
Yes.
Like,
your tail floofs out.
fuck. The copper band I put on.
24. So what are you trying to insight check on Lenice?
I'm trying to. I want to understand why she's talking about Rhea so much because I thought she liked me. So now I'm confused.
Okay, so with this...
because I think she likes Rhea now, not because I think she thinks I like Rhea, because I think she's now wanting to learn more about Rhea.
Okay, so you, with your insights check, you get the sense that it isn't that she likes Rhea. You get the sense that she is more like fascinated and enamored with you as like a person who is on this journey of self-discovery, and she wants you to like live your fullest life.
We're dead.
Here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She you get this like great sense of hope from her in this as she's talking to you about this and taking you to the opera and all of this stuff, that she genuinely wants good things for you and is like happy for you that you're here, besides what it could mean for her, like to have more powerful friends or something. Like she's genuinely, especially after you said that you came from a town of 20 people, she's very excited for your journey in Afterworld.
She's so happy I'm dead.
She is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. I forgot where we were in the action. Sorry.
We were somewhere around like you can talk to her in the private train car, but the show's about to start. So, she goes, "Oh, shh. Here we go." So, to remind you, as it gets quieter, she leans closer, like so she can whisper directly in your ear. Some would almost say it's sensual, but that's only what some would say. She goes, "Remember, this is called Res Ovidoras, the Forgotten Sails." Oh, wait, what kind of accent am I doing? Hold on. The Forgotten Sails. It is in Primordial, and it is about entwined fates between a pirate captain and a captain of Perim.
And a what of Perim?
A captain of Perim. And as you... A captain of Perim. You don't know.
What is a captain of Perim?
It is like someone who is devoted to a religious cause. Like I think they are now called Perim priests. It is like what everyone in Perim's paradise is.
Great, I understand that. Thank you.
Yes.
So, I don't speak Primordial. Do I just sort of like...
You just listen and enjoy. I am going to tell you the story as it happens.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And so the first song opens with
As soon as someone walks on stage, I go, "Who's that?"
Oh no. Oh no.
Lenise goes, this is in the beginning. They first must sing the world into being. So these are elementals that are singing the set onto the stage. And as they begin, there's this throat singing that goes on, and these very deep, rumbly noises as rocks and earth start to emerge. A sound comes in and sort of whips throughout the entire audience like a wind, and it brings with it rain clouds that storm over the stage, creating a small ocean in between the rocks as you gaze.
Can I interject really quickly?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as the first person walks out on stage, Ammolite looks at Dr. Rumbletak and goes, "Who's that?"
Yes.
In your program, you see that the first song is the Singing of the World, and then there's a cast list breakdown as
And then
well.
you fucking read the fucking program.
Dr. Rumbletag is gonna turn to you and be like, "Quiet. You have to be quiet, but here." And hands her the program that he got from the old lady.
Oh, I didn't know we had to read. I thought it was just like a show.
Shh.
I would have gotten one from her. I didn't know.
Love in the box. I'm like,
The people around you are starting to give you dirty looks, and you hear a shh.
I hiss.
it must be terrible to be those people down like amongst everyone else because they can't ask questions.
They can, but everyone around them will get mad. Okay, do you see? Two figures appear on either side of the stage. A person all in pink and a pirate captain on the other side. So, well, the one in pink is the captain of Param, and the other one is the pirate captain. And now we are introduced to the two entwined souls and their troubles. And they sing of their strife, their faith, their love, their lives constantly intersecting as the one in the pink, a priest of Param, tries to convince the pirate captain to turn from their love of gold and join them in pursuit of a great joke.
Whenever the pirate captain says something like about gold really strongly, I'm gonna nudge her and be like, "My friend Ammolite is like."
Yes, the other one. Yes,
The other one.
When she took us, there was this one jewel, and she wanted it so badly that this whole, oh my god, this was this huge total thing that happened. It was crazy.
Just
Always.
so everyone knows, I'm telling the exact same story.
No, it was so.
Rumbletag is just sitting there like,
It wasn't even that.
Shh.
Oh.
Amazing.
And so as they keep singing, the pirate captain will not be persuaded away from his love of treasure in the open sea. So the priest cries out to Param in anguish, and Param, in their mercy and humor, begins to torment the poor pirate captain. And so the opera takes a turn, and the songs are more angry, and there's more fire primordial and more earth primordial as things are beginning to clash.
Every time a fire primordial comes on stage, I sort of am like...
It's not that they come on stage, it's just the sound of what a fire elemental would be.
Great, I hate that too.
Also, quick question.
Not triggering at all.
Are we like for like the things happening on stage? Is it like set pieces or like are things actually getting manifested?
No, it's like elementals and other genasi and magic.
So sick.
And it's not, it's not cardboard and painted sets. It's like we're really making this. The ocean itself is an enormous water elemental that's just in the middle of the stage, creating this sea for the ships to be on and stuff like that. Yeah. So the pirate captain is sailing across the ocean, being tormented. He is at his wit's end, having reached a famed hidden treasure, and you see him go onto this earth elemental who turns itself into an island and brings up a treasure chest, only to find that the chests reveal simply bubbles. And all across the theater, bubbles descend over everyone.
Ammolite's crying.
Ammolite sheds it too. Yeah.
Oh no. I'm so happy she's not here to see this. This would be so devastating for her.
So devastating for me.
Rumbletag is gonna be like, do you want like a? He like pulls out a handkerchief and he's like, would this?
And I'm like, that's exactly the noise she would make if someone gave her a handkerchief right now.
The pirate captain is cursing Param in his torment, and the laughter takes offense to his terrible curses and decides to curse him instead, turning the pirate captain into a giant pink crab. And that is where the intermission comes
Does
in.
the crab have a song? Also, there's only
Well, yeah, he's been polymorphed into a crab.
right, but like
still
the crab sings.
He's going to. You haven't gotten to the second act yet.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. House lights come up.
And my wife's really confused.
That was really interesting. Oh, I'm still whispering a little bit, because I got so used to whispering.
Yes.
Wow. I've never seen anything like this before, ladies. This is amazing.
I thought that you would like it.
How do they make all of the... That's amazing.
Well, those are elementals.
But... Wow.
So when creatures die on Param, they also come to Afterworld, and then, people can tame them and the monsters and stuff. I don't know if it's all creatures, but we keep them out of Main City, and, they're usually just in the wastes. But
animals too?
Yes.
Your sled dog
they say all dogs go to Afterworld.
Do they say that? Are they here?
Your dogs?
I've lost a lot over the years.
Oh dear. And she hugs you and pats your back and is like, we can probably find them if you want to give me descriptions of them when we go to Recordstown. We can see if there is record of them.
Okay. It didn't even occur to me that I might get to see some of them again.
Yes. Well, do you have other loved ones who are also dead?
Yeah, but I'm really focusing on the dogs right now.
Honestly, would have the same reaction.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time not actually crying. I just thought about dead dogs and was like, fuck. No, it'd be nice to see my, my teacher here. It just doesn't seem right, because everything he ever taught me was that when we die, we sort of just become one with the energy all around us. So even though I've, learned that that's clearly not the case, as I'm dead and not like that, I think he'd be happier if that's what happened to him. So I kind of hope I don't find him. I hope because it meant so much to him, I hope that he is there and not here, even though I know he's got to be here based on empirical evidence I've found. So Laiika wouldn't say any of that.
What is their name? What is his name?
Master Zook.
Master Zook. Well,
as I told him.
Most of the philosophical types do wind up on the Mountain of Enlightenment.
Ding!
That is why they call it that. So,
That makes a lot of sense. Something about that is so familiar to me. Oh, well. I can see Rhea.
Great.
I hope that's where she is.
All right. Would you like to get a refreshment while we wait for the intermission, or go to the bathroom, or anything like that? Technically, you don't have to go to the bathroom here, but some people still think they need to.
But
If you're dead, you don't need to go to the bathroom.
No, sorry, that's not what I was focusing on. Though I
Oh.
don't blame you for assuming that's what I was focusing on, because it does seem like something I would focus on. Instead, I was having a hard time. You said get a refreshment, like one?
Like a drink or a food
Oh,
item?
yeah. I was thinking more like get refreshed. And I was like a nap. So I was a little confused. No, did I have like an ale or a mead?
We could probably find an ale or a mead, sure.
That would be
and she
lovely.
will take you out into the area where the bar is at the theater.
Does Yaskier serve it to me?
No.
Here you go.
Sure. A tabaxi that looks like yes.
Yes.
That's how he pours it. Oh, look at him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love that tabby tummy.
All right, and then Ammolite and Dr. Rumbletack, are you guys gonna get up and do anything
I'm gonna
during intermission?
not so subtly turn around really quickly to try and see if that guy is still there.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like be mad at the people who shushed you the entire time you were talking.
No, but I don't even think I heard them. I don't.
All right, give me a perception check.
Oh, sorry. I had to put my dice away because Zelda was eating them.
Zelda.
Classic. Perception. Ooh, another 24.
Great. You see that he has walked directly up behind Rhea, and Rhea, you just hear, hold on. Hold on.
Oh, you know it's gonna be good when she mutes herself.
Are you enjoying the show in that super obvious cloak that you're wearing?
I turn around. You don't like my cloak?
No, I think everyone here likes your cloak, but it's a little bit obvious for the theater, isn't it?
Obvious in what way?
Obvious in a way that you were clearly hiding in a closet before you came out to standing room only. What are you planning? And
nothing.
He takes a lock of your white hair and he just like flicks it over your shoulder.
Can I, when he tries to touch my hair, can I like slap his hand out of the way?
Yeah, you can do a dexterity check.
I'm gonna crit fail this. That's gonna be super embarrassing. Well, it's not a crit fail, but it's not good.
Ammolite is watching, and I think she's very obviously turned around in her seat, and she starts shushing the people behind her because she wants to try and hear what's happening.
You are much too far away to hear what's happening.
But I still can shush them.
You definitely can. They look offended to the verge they might say something, but they're also a little bit intimidated by you. And he just goes, "You got a 6?
Yeah.
I got a 7.
No!
I did it! And he flicks your hair.
I had a wardrobe malfunction.
Sure you did. We all did. So who sent you, little bird?
Rhea, like, does like, I think she does, like, that's not where she was expecting it to go, so she, like, generally does not hide her surprise. It, like, generally confuses her. And then she's like, I think you have me confused with someone else?
He takes a step backwards and bows.
But now
curtly.
that you mention
and
it,
he bows curtly. He goes, "My apologies, little bird," and goes to step away.
Wait. How close to the wall are we? Because I was trying to be near the back.
Fairly decent. Fairly close.
How tall?
Okay. When he steps back, I want to step forward to like
push him against the wall.
Push him. Like I don't want to touch him, but I want to like. When he like instinctively steps back, like back
a little bit.
Yeah.
Ammolite is sitting like this in her chair.
What the fuck?
I'm like, you can't sit that way.
Cloak, I have a hand on, on one of my
You have to do one of these things where like right by his head and you like lean in.
You got your hand on one of your daggers inside your cloak?
Underneath my cloak.
Okay. He angles his body so that he is not flat back against the wall, but has a way of escape.
What did you think I was? I said, I just backed him up and then I said, who do you think I was?
He goes, you'll forgive me of thinking you look like you're a little new in town. Didn't you read the sign out front? There are other ways to get free tickets. And he bows to you again.
And thieves can't.
Do you know thieves can't?
No, but she told us that there was a sign in thieves can't about free tickets.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to whisper very loudly.
So you say in thieves can't?
Yeah.
Okay.
I whisper to the doctor very loudly.
Do you think we should do anything?
I don't know what's happening. I can't see anyone.
That's a fair point. Oh no.
He's really the people behind you stand up in front of you, like to block your view of what's happening and make a big show of like they're gonna go get drinks.
Oh god, great name. Bike shorts.
Honestly, the bike shorts reveal was the maybe my favorite part of that. My best part of it.
Ammolite doesn't stand up. She doesn't want to draw that as much attention to herself.
All right, they do leave though. They're just like you just said in thieves can't to him. That's all you said. And he's got a hand over his heart and he goes, some people think thieves can, and is gonna leave. Goes to walk away.
Gonna try and not let him.
Thieves can.
All right, what do you want to do? How are you going to not let him walk away?
Kiss it. Like sidestep, like in front of, so like his body. I just like knee him right over the leg.
All right, you're gonna sidestep him and knee him in the what?
No.
What happened? So many things just went on. Rhea, what are you doing?
I'm assuming so he was like angled, so he's like trying to like step out to the side of me. I'm gonna try and like sidestep in front of him.
Okay.
I think you should take one of our great suggestions instead.
And I'm just gonna say little bird. What does that mean?
Well, you've got a very pointed face and you're shorter than I am, so.
How fucking tall is this guy?
Rhea's not as tall as you Amazons.
Yes, she is.
She's the middle one.
She's the middle like, what are we? I think I have her at like 5'8".
Yeah.
5'9".
Oh.
The other two of you are like 7 foot, you nonsense people.
I'm not a person. I'm a cat.
You're a person. Everybody's a person. You're humanoid. Humanoid or humanoying. I'm sorry. Okay, so then. And he'll go to flick your hair one more time.
All right, I gotta try again.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? I rolled lower.
I rolled a 7 again, so.
All right, this time though,
And he
I
just-
think because she missed, she's gonna just instead try and like push him up against the wall with her forearm.
All right, he's gonna let you.
Okay. And I think she unintentionally, like her hand was on her dagger, and she unintentionally like had brought it out with her when she like pushed me against the wall, and she's like, "Stop doing that." And then she'll like notice the dagger, just remove her arm and put it back.
Sorry, little bird.
Is this a thing that you call a lot of people, or is it just a term of endearment you've decided to gift me?
I wonder which one would make you angrier. If you ever feel like being less of a new in town, look for Michelle de Saint-Aubin. Have a nice evening.
Wait.
Michelle de Saint-Aubin?
Michelle de Saint-Aubin.
No, it's Michelle Obama.
I'll let him go, and she just kind of like stands, but she like stands there still facing the wall for a second, like trying to get herself back under control before she just like turns around and just like leans back against
Rhea.
She just
I, Erin, was very excited by that whole conversation. And we're like, whoo! Also, can we talk about how you're sinking your own ship, Rachel? You were like, hey, you guys should like find a car together, and then all of a sudden there's a sexy thief man that now has a thing.
I don't know. He's dressed like Shakespeare. I can't.
He's dressed for the opera.
Okay.
What are you calling him?
7, because you've only rolled 7s for him.
I have only rolled 7s for him.
I'm so mad. I rolled a 4 and then a 3.
Yeah, can you imagine what would have happened if you had grabbed his hand out of the air?
It would have been so good. She's pissed. Anyways.
I mean, you can follow him. He's not being subtle about where he's going right now.
Don't give him the satisfaction.
Right. Exactly.
All right, he leaves, and the house lights, you know, they do their thing. If you've ever been to a theater, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't been to a theater, I should
go to the theater.
I should do more explanation. So the lights dim and get brighter and dim and get brighter to let everyone know that they should be going back to their seats. The ushers have also come out. You see the old woman again being like, and
Ammolite's so scared right now. Between the lights and the sounds and the old woman coming back.
The old woman with the xylophone?
Yeah.
Laiika, is there anything that you would have wanted to do during the intermission while you were with Lenny's? She like got you a drink and a nice little pastry snack that they had up there, and
I'm enjoying practicing my small talk.
Excellent. She helps you practice.
Oh, and I do want to do an insight check. I want to know if I'm doing good on this date.
Okay.
Oh dear. 10 total.
It's hard to say. It's really hard to read. You're almost not sure if it was a date. Welcome to Real Anxieties in D&D game. She leads you back to the box as the lights dim. Come up, and Did you all hear that? It was my computer. Don't worry about it. My computer sang to me, but it's fine. Just like the pink crab is about to sing to all of you. So the pirate captain, who is now a pink crab, comes back. The curtain lifts. He is on stage. The music swells as he is about to sing. But before he can do so, the ground beneath him begins to rumble, and the wind turns. And Lenice turns to you and goes, I don't think this is where the story goes after this. And that is where we are going to end tonight, because next time you are all going to have to roll initiative.
What? No!
course, it's Peter.
What?
Oh,
Are we gonna
Opera.
have to fight this crab?
I'm in a dress.
What? Give us something else though. What happened? There's whooshy whooshy, and then what?
Whooshy
No,
whooshy.
we left it at the ground rumbling.
And the ground rumbles.
Let the moment stand.
And
The
Lanice
ground
being like,
rumbles. And Lanice was like, "This doesn't seem right."
Yeah.
And Rumbletack, you read the program during intermission, I'm assuming.
Probably before the show, honestly. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And this doesn't seem like where the story's supposed to go.
Was he supposed to sing a sad song about being a crab?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear your rendition of that next time, Rachel.
That's gonna be
Under the sea.
darling, it's worse.
Now that I'm cursed.
I was in a hurt
Under the sea.
under the sea.